live here.
Good morning, everyone. This is BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today, we're going to be talking tech with the Tech Divas. And my co-host, Ms. Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva, is in the house. We hope to be joined shortly by Ms. TJ, all the way from New York City. She is our social media expert. I am Terralina from California Cover-Ups, and I am the test person. I am beta to make sure that they talk about this in a way that we non-techie people can understand and apply it to business. So come on in, sit down. Don't be scared. It's going to be okay. We're going to be talking tech just for you today. So how you doing, Fran?
I am well. And as always, we want to say welcome to the live show and to the replay. And whoever's watching over on Facebook, we appreciate that. And whoever's watching over here on YouTube, we appreciate that as well. Now, I've got an idea. If you want to join us and take a seat on YouTube, I would like to post a link where you can do that. So I'm going to put it in the chat, or yes, I can put it in the chat over here. Let's see if I still have the link, because, you know, I've been playing with my computer.
Okay.
Nope, not that link.
It's Tech Friday. Why not?
Hey, so I am going, I know where to go. Let me go over here, and I'm going to click here, and I am going to go get this link.
Hold on, people.
And to invite you to come in and take a seat. And I'm going to put that in the chat over there. And you'll probably have to copy and paste it because you won't be able to click on it. But if you copy and paste it and then come on over to YouTube, you should be able to get a hangout or something. Anyway, let's see how that goes.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we always do Today in Tech History.
Hey, TJ, how you doing? Hi.
This week in tech history, I try to get more than one in. And so I'm going to go over these real quick. On May 14th, 1973, the United States launched Skylab 1. Okay, isn't that name kind of close to, what was that, the one in Terminator? Anyway.
Really? I don't know.
There was anyway, Skynet or something in the Terminator movie where Skynet was trying to take over stuff. Anywho, this is the United States.
You remember all those different episodes. Okay.
The United States launched Skylab 1, its first manned space station. It is the last launch of the Saturn V rocket and the largest payload ever launched into space at that time. Skylab will fall back into Earth's atmosphere in July 1979. So it only stayed up there 6 years. May 15th, 2001, Apple Computer announces plans to operate a chain of retail stores, opening 25 retail stores in the United States by the end of the year. Steve Jobs holds a commemorative press event at Apple's first store in the second level of Tyson's Corner Center to make the announcement. The store, along with the second location in Washington, D.C., will open on Saturday, May 19th. At the time, Apple's plan was generally derided by technology experts as doomed to fail. Oh, would it? Woo! Really? I would say so, because we were in the store, was it Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday, we were in the store. It was like, okay, it did not fail. On their anniversary date, Apple's retail stores are now considered one of the catalysts to Apple's tremendous growth.
I think what made their stores different, because they're not the only tech people who open stores. What differentiated them was they showed people how to operate the tools for free.
But you don't have a lot of other stuff in the stores. Oh, we talked about that the other day too, because we went into a store, and one of the stores we went into, I think we
oh my gosh,
it was so much clutter and stuff. You did not know where to go. You felt like you were being consumed by all the clothing that was in the store. But when we went into another clothing store, it was very minimal. It was like you had a few pieces to choose from, a few handbags to choose from, but the store was really minimal.
And when you say a few pieces, ladies and gentlemen, what we mean is 6 or 7 on the entire rack. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted your size, they would go and pull it, evidently, because they didn't have, like one item in every size
and color.
You didn't even get that. You just got to see what they were offering, and if you wanted to try it on, she said, they go in the back and they bring it out to you.
Which is what Apple does when you go into the store. There's a demo of everything that they offer on the table for you to play with.
Yep. For you to touch and pick up and handle and
yep. And it's a very nice experience if you've never done it, even if you are a PC or Android fan. The experience of the retail store is phenomenal.
It is.
It's like, oh, OMG. And then they, like Terry said, they offer classes. I went in there and learned how to figure out how to use my iPad for sketching. I'm not as good as artist as TJ, but I was in there playing with stuff and making flowers and doing stuff.
But that's what you do. You play. You take the tool and you play. You don't sit there and go, okay, I'm not a good artist, because that's a mind limitation. Mm-hmm. So if you play, and yes, you're going to make stick figures, but then if you keep going, you're going to make something else. But you have to do it.
I was doing beach scenes and mixing colors and stuff. I was like, oh, this is relaxing. I'm playing in the stuff. But they come and they give you what's called studio hours, and you can go play with your toys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. And get support for your projects. They'll walk you through your projects, show you what tools make sense for that project. And I'm telling you, I really value training. So to me, the cost of the tools was minimal compared to the value of the training.
Yes.
And see, training makes the difference in anything, not just technology, in anything. Training makes the difference. It gives you confidence. It gives you knowledge. It makes a platform for you to go, okay, I've learned the basics. Let me go and play and use the tool or whatever the process is. But you have to get in there and do it. There's a part where you have book learning, and there's a part where you go and you do it. Right. You do it. Mm-hmm. When you have chemistry, when they teach chemistry classes, they teach you, okay, these are the basics. Here's the periodical table and the elements and whatever. And then guess what the kids do? They go in the lab and they experiment and blow stuff up.
Yep.
But that's a part of learning.
Hopefully not blow stuff up, but yeah, go in the lab.
Yeah, but they do. You create little mini experiments. They don't. I think now they don't let you.
They're gonna make a mess. They're gonna do. Okay, they're going to do it wrong, or they're going to make a mistake or miss a step or whatever. That's a part of the process for them to learn.
Yes, and they are going to have the opportunity to learn.
Right. Because you can't. It's book learning, great. You learn steps and systems and processes and this and that, and then you go and build upon those things. That's why there's training, but there's also the lab. That is necessary.
So we're going to think and
do.
Okay.
All right.
And Jane.
and it is cool like that. So the next thing, May 16th, 1960, the physicist Theodore Maiman creates the first laser light using a synthetic ruby crystal device. He was not the first to develop the theories behind lasers, nor the first to apply for patents, but he was the first to create an operating laser device. Well, that's a difference. The light produced by this device was not a true beam as we think of most lasers today, but rather a pulse. Other researchers would create the first laser beam soon after. But he didn't stop trying because other people had done it. He just kept going and he took it further. And then somebody came behind him and took it even further. Till now, we have laser eye surgery. They do lasers for just about everything. Well, almost everything. May 17th, 1991, the first web server in history is set up by Tim Berners-Lee on a Next Cube at CERN, the European Particle Physics Laboratory in Geneva, Switzerland. The launch of this first server is considered the public release of the World Wide Web. And if you could see how old school this equipment looks, let me see if I can pull that up. It is like, okay, that looked like something at a garage sale.
Looks like something at the state.
Oh, you mean where the state where you can go, the state surplus?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly
what surplus.
That is exact. And people people used to go to the state surplus. Oh, I'm gonna go get me a computer. I'm like, why would you do that?
We tear those puppies down. You don't have anything. I wonder if anything's even in there, huh, TJ? You get it? We're not trying to give you anything.
And there's no, and because everybody's trying to build it on their own or get me a computer real cheap. I ain't paying all of that. You had to go buy, you got the little thing free. Now you had to go and get guts to put in it.
Busways, all kinds of,
too much to name, too many
cards. I mean,
and it was, and then cross your fingers that the thing was gonna fire up. I was like, oh no, let me get a computer that works. Okay. May 18th, 1998, the United States Justice Department and the Attorney Generals of 20 states, plus the District of Columbia, filed an antitrust lawsuit against Microsoft. The case focuses on Microsoft's integration of the Internet Explorer web browser into its Windows 98 operating system. Today, we don't even think that's a big deal, but back then it's like, oh my God, they're taking over the world. Okay. The trial becomes one of the most famous events in tech history, eventually resulting in a settlement between the Department of Justice and Microsoft. In fact, the sanctions levied against Microsoft only recently ended in May of 2011, almost exactly 13 years after the suit was filed.
Wow.
And that is this week in tech history.
Which tells you what? If you're going to be successful, at some point, somebody's going to try to sue you.
Yeah, they're going to try and, people. And it looks like the same thing that happened with Facebook, where the people in the suits don't know what the heck they're talking about.
Understand what they were. They didn't even know what they were trying to do. Okay. All we know is we don't like it, so it's illegal. Okay.
So what do we got on? There are so many things. So Terry, anything you got? Are you leaving out early today? Or are you sticking with us?
I'm probably going to leave early, but I don't have much. I just want to mention that Apple, under their Anyone Can Code, is expanding their schools to support students who are blind and deaf this fall. So if you know someone who needs those kinds of accommodations and wants to code, they are opening up some test activities in 8 schools for the deaf and the blind in California, Massachusetts, Texas, Florida, Illinois, and New York. So you read the article over there on The Verge, but I just wanted you to know. And then they're talking about today's announcement coincides with the Global Accessibility Awareness Day. Apple is holding events at several corporate locations.
And that was one of the things they talked to us when we were in the store, that if we knew anybody who was visually impaired, they have a class on how to utilize the integrations within their equipment so that they can participate and hear what's on the screen rather than see it. And I thought that was ingenious. I'm like, I wonder if I should practice doing that to see how that works. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, they have a full list of the schools. And one of the schools is located in Fremont, California. The School for the Blind, and then they're going to have a program at the School for the Deaf. Evidently, they're different.
Yes.
And then in New York City, they will do District 75 citywide programs for the New York City Department of Education. In Florida, they're going to be in St. Augustine. In Illinois, they're going to be in Winnetka.
Sounds like Winnetka.
Okay. Perkins School for the Blind in Watertown, Massachusetts, Texas School for the Blind and Visually Impaired in Austin, and Texas School for the Deaf in Austin. So those are the test locations. I guess I'll call them beta because I'm beta locations.
And what I was inferring is that they're doing classes in the stores too, under their sessions. Like you can go in there and take a session on drawing or whatever, but you can also go in there and take a session on the accessibility features.
And it says here the company is also working in Chicago schools to build what is called the Center of Excellence, a hub for training teachers on its Anyone Can Code curriculum. So in the stores, I believe that is going on, and probably will become full force when they launch that new iPad and pencil for students.
That's already out.
Okay, then this program's probably started, like you said, in the stores. They're scheduling, I know, because we were trying to get in and they were booked for I don't know how long.
Yeah, they had stuff. They were really, really booked. I was shocked because we do a young mastermind for youth, and we wanted to take them on a field trip to the Apple store so that they can learn how to code. And they didn't have all of the dates were booked up. I was like, okay, well, guess we're going to have to get in where we fit in and do it on a Friday instead of our regular Saturday. So just to say, there are companies that are out there doing good. And if whatever company that you follow or the products, ask them, find out what they do. I believe, other people probably do training and stuff too. Learn how to use your tools is what we're saying. Respect the tech and don't use it as a hammer. Learn how to use it effectively.
Right. And that's all I wanted to really mention. What's up, ladies?
Okay, TJ, what do you got for us?
Twitter has done some, all this privacy regulations, and we got the GDPR coming up, and people are just putting out privacy policies and updates left and right. So Twitter is still tweaking their, terms of service and how you're supposed to use Twitter. So they have something called behavior signals, and they're going to be looking at, and this is what they're listing as behavior signals. Behavior signals that could result in content getting demoted includes users who tweet at a large number of accounts they don't follow, the frequency a user has been blocked by people they interact with, if the user has created many accounts using a single IP address, and if an account is closely related to accounts that have violated Twitter's terms of service. So these changes are supposed to roll out this week or next.
Sound like they cleaning house.
Right. So they have these new behavior filters or signals that Twitter is looking for. So now, before with Twitter, and I've said this before, that you could just tweet. You could retweet because there's nobody. The way the feed moves is really fast. So if you tweet, say at 1 p.m., you can repeat that tweet later on the day several times, because someone may not see it at 1 p.m., but they may see it at 5 or 7 or later in the day, or even the next day. So it was okay to take one tweet and, put it in an automated system like Buffer or Hootsuite, whatever you use, and it would send it out automatically. But now Twitter is saying, no, that's spamming, which it is. It is spamming, but it was, we were doing one thing before all of these changes, and now there's something else. We got to roll it back. You can send the same tweet, just reword it. And I know people go, oh, this is a lot of work, because I hear a lot of people, they love the automated systems that they just can set it and forget it. And we said that here before. You cannot set. The days of set it and forget it are going. You're going to have to put in some work. So that means get yourself a planner. Hello. And write down your tweets for the week. And then you can put them all in. But make sure they're not the same. That's the key. You can't do one over and over and over. You can do one, say this, and then the next one, it's the same message, but change the wording a little bit. And it's not that hard. It's just, like I said, you take Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever you got some time, sit down and plan for the week, which you should be doing anyway. What am I going to tweet about this week? What is the theme? And then on Monday, you say, okay, I'm going to tweet this. And then in a few hours, I'm going to tweet the same thing, but I'm going to change a couple of words. But it's the same message. You can change the photo if you've got one, and then write them all down and take a few minutes. Go to Hootsuite, Buffer, Social there's tons of programs that people use to automate their tweets and stuff. Put them all in, and then you're done. But during the week, make sure you go and check it, because there's news is happening quick. So you don't want to tweet something that may be offensive to some breaking news.
And see, I think that is the biggest reason why you don't want to do set it, forget it, automate it, because Twitter is all about breaking news. And so then you put something out that you had planned to say, and the world changed, and now you're looking crazy, because
you're looking crazy. And don't say it can't happen. It has happened plenty of times to big corporations, big brands, people. They have tweeted, automated tweets, and they turn out to be insensitive because some event happened, breaking news, something happened and your tweet is now insensitive. But you put it in on Monday, and here it is Thursday. You better check every day, just 5 minutes. Go in and check it and say, okay, let me check these tweets that I put in on Monday. Okay, they're good. Let me go about my business. That's what you do.
And you're checking the trends as well, so that you can stay relevant with what's going on. Something popped up on my YouTube about the royal wedding, and I'm like, okay, do I really want to go down that rabbit hole today? No.
Well, if your business is wedding and wedding planners,
then you go down the rabbit trail.
So the fact that all of these ladies are going to show up in these hats,
you need to be looking at it, because it's fashion.
I will be posting some pictures.
Yes, that's what you do.
It's fashion.
I like it.
If you're in fashion, beauty, makeup, hair, this lead up to this wedding tomorrow has been, this whole month you should have been on it, like, okay, this is what, as soon as they talk about Megan's dress, you should say, oh, well, this is what, she's thinking about wearing, or the designer, and let me talk about bridal styles or designers, or what you should look for and what kind of fabric and thing. There was a ton of opportunity this month to lead up to this wedding.
I think people are just on wedding overload. They talked about everything.
But they haven't heard it from you, Terry. Right. The proper cover up to wear. What kind of cover up to wear to a royal wedding?
Right. See, you use it as your onboard ramp to talk about your business.
Yep.
You talk about them, and you just mention it. Oh, the royal wedding, blah blah blah, and you segue and use it in the onboard ramp to what you're doing with your business, because it's a tying in with the wedding or fashion or hair or makeup or something like that. That's what to do.
Yeah. Okay. That's how you leverage that.
Yes, and it's okay to do that, because people there. That's the attention. The attention is drawn to the royal wedding. You can get a hook of that little piece of that attention to come to
use the hashtag. I think there's a hashtag.
Put on my hat and take a picture.
Yeah, you should.
And then hashtag. Are you watching the royal wedding?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what you do. You have to get on. You have to grab the tail of the news cycle, whatever's hot in the news cycle, if it ties into your business. Now, if you don't have anything to do with weddings or brides or grooms or anything like that, don't even attempt to tie your business. Now, if you're in lawn care, how you gonna tie it to the wedding?
Unless you're looking at the lawns of the royal lawns are being
okay. Now that
she is going to be taking a walk.
Right, but there's a smaller window opportunity versus somebody who's a wedding photographer, a wedding planner, someone who designs bridal gowns, couture. You know what I mean? You can tie it in, but make sure it makes sense.
Yes,
because people are gonna be looking at you like, what?
Yes, and even if so we have people who are confidence coaches and blah blah blah. Now I would do the angle of the confidence it took for her to decide to marry a prince.
Right?
Do you understand? You like Terry said,
the confidence to carry herself like a princess.
Yeah, there's all kind of ways to roll that.
And also, she's walking down the aisle. They came out this morning saying she's walking down the aisle by herself, solo, which is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because Dad,
I know they hadn't decided who was going to give her away.
No, they said she's gonna come out of the car and walk into the chapel, and then Prince Charles is gonna meet.
Okay.
From the seat, he's gonna come from his seat to where they meet, and then they'll go down the rest of the way. But she's getting out of the car and walking down to a point down the aisle by herself, solo, because that's what she wanted. She said she wanted that from day one. So.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool.
Because that came out today, this morning.
I love it. I love a woman who goes to the front of her own line.
And because there were all kind of stories, and that's why I didn't go down the rabbit hole, because I was like, okay, I don't know who these people are telling this story. Let me just stay over here in my own realm.
This is a good example of you tell your story when it's time for you to tell your story, because her father's side of the family was saying this and that and writing letters and talking to TMZ and talking to the tabloids, and you never heard. And people were saying, well, why doesn't she answer them? Well, you wait until it's time for your big day. The day before your wedding, you put out a statement saying, oh, I'm my father's ill. I wish he was there, but the show must go on. So you put out your story. You don't let them tell your story. You tell your story.
And I totally agree with that. Tell your own story, because if you don't tell your story, they'll be making up something and fabricating it the way they want it.
When you come out and see, they did that, but she came out at this time where now today all the stories came out about all her co-workers are coming and her mother's coming, and all of the stories are coming out now about the details where they were being quiet for the whole month, and the news cycle was filling in from people who didn't know anything, like that side of her family, that they hadn't seen her since she was a child, but they knew everything about her as an adult. That's not possible. If I haven't seen you in 15 years, how do you know anything about me today?
Oh, that's like all the basketball players. They get famous, and now Dad's coming out the woodwork talking about,
I haven't seen you
that's my son. Years. What?
I haven't seen you in 15. Where you been? Where you been? But as soon as I get a little fame, I'm getting ready to be, married to the prince and this and that. Everybody's got a story. The sister's writing a book, something about pushy princess. the hat, and these are her on her father's side. They're writing letters to Prince Harry saying, "Don't marry her because she's an opposite." Don't you think that this man would have already known all this? It's not like he met her yesterday. He met her 2 years ago. They've been dating.
This sounds like Cinderella's stepsisters over there. I'm like,
this
really?
is why you need a publicist. I think she's the perfect choice because she's used to having someone handle her publicity.
There you go.
Yeah.
And control the narrative. And she it's not foreign to her.
Right. It's not. Yeah, this world of paparazzi and people say she's not new to that because she was an actress in Hollywood. So, but the thing is, once she gets married, all of this, the relatives that got stuff to say, nobody wants to listen to you guys because now she's on the other side of being the wife of the prince. So you won't be able to touch her.
She'll be a little more shielded. That'll be helpful.
Yeah, she'll be more shielded far as publicity.
Yeah, they have a royal
paparazzi
publicist or something.
Yes, everything will come from the Royal Buckingham Palace. The royal they'll craft the narrative because they've been doing it for hundreds of years. So there you go.
I love it.
It's a great example of you tell your story when it's time. So, you getting married tomorrow. Today is the time to put your statement out and to be real calm and cool and collected and rise above all of the stuff that's going on at the bottom.
That is very cool. I would like to interject a story here. Elon Musk, this evening, Boring Company, BORING Company. I don't know why they have that name, but anyway, executives Elon Musk and Steve Davis offered a few more details about their plans to revolutionize LA urban transit, introducing the Loop, which would eventually be composed of all electric pods that transport up to 16 passengers at a time. And Musk theorizes that the Loop could take the Los Angeles residents from downtown LA to any terminal at the LAX airport within 8 minutes for about $1. $1. And the title of this, Elon Musk details his plan to rid LA of traffic with dollar rides on the Boring Company Loop. Now, he's a forward-thinking person. He probably got tired of being stuck in traffic too, especially in LA. But it kind of reminds me of, here we go again, the other show that Recall, where they had the cabs and the buses and everything was floating through. Anyway, you had to watch the show, but it's very futuristic.
Okay.
And it's a pod. It's not like, apparently it's not going to be stuck in traffic. That means it's probably not running on the regular freeway.
Okay.
Because if you're in traffic, you're going to be on the regular freeway. So
now that's going to be like a tunnel, right?
It's the Loop. So do they have like a loop? I don't know how that, anyway. It's $1 a ride. $1 a ride is pretty good.
It's cost effective, right?
It really is cost effective, but it's a Loop.
That we
know. And they made a little presentation about it. And I'm trying to see if there's get moving towards this Loop vision. The company will begin a 2.7-mile test tunnel on private property with the private funds. So they're putting money behind it. Once the test has been completed, they suggest that they would begin offering free rides, which he hoped the company could make as fun as Disney. Okay, and they have a picture of the model. Stand by. It kind of reminds you of the little, what's the thing called on the monorail?
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of. Trying to get this picture to show. Oh, and they do have a YouTube of them talking about it, but it looks like the monorail.
I like a little pod. Oh yeah, it does look like a monorail, and also it's designed for sightseeing. Look at that, it's clear all the way around.
Yep. So you have a nice view while you're riding someplace, and you're not all.
Oh, so that's the Hyperloop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and here in California, there has been much talk about our high-speed rail that they're trying to get from Northern California to Southern California. We don't want the train. I'm like, if you ride Amtrak every day, this train is going to be a blessing, really, because it won't be a 9-hour trip like it is now, riding from Southern Cal to Northern California.
Mm-hmm.
The high-speed rail, they have it in France, right? The one that in China, they have one. So I don't understand. We don't need that. Okay, you all like riding and being stuck in traffic.
Or somebody's got some money invested in the gas and oil industry.
Oh, maybe that's it. But technology comes and it makes things better. Technology comes and people are poo-pooing the idea at first, and no, we can't do it. No. Really? Oh, and Nazim asked about you Tuesday, Terry. I told him that you were handling business. TJ, yes. I told Nazim was asking about you Tuesday, TJ.
Oh, okay.
And I told him you were out handling business, but you'd be back. It's interesting. No more traffic, people. Nobody likes sitting in traffic. Can we just get to the destination? Because we're coming to your city, TJ. Right. And we were like, okay, how are we going to get from Niagara Falls to New York City? Well, we looked at the plane. Well, the first thing is we looked at Amtrak because I want to do some sightseeing. We ride Amtrak. That's an 8-hour, 9-hour trip. I was like, whoa. I didn't think it was that long between Buffalo and New York City. I really did not think it was that long. I was like, okay. So I said, okay, well, let's look at the plane. The plane was 9 hours because they're flying you from Buffalo to Atlanta and then bringing you back. I was like, hold on.
Wow.
Can we just get a straight shot to... I learned in science that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
I heard that.
Not traveling from Buffalo to Atlanta and then back, or traveling to Minneapolis and something. I was like, okay, never mind. Let's just get on the train. I'm used to that. I don't understand when people go all these odd places. So,
or why we can't go directly to go.
Yeah, can we just go where we wanted to be? So, so we talked about Twitter a little bit. Is there anything happening in the world of Facebook?
I thought we were going to have a delivery today.
Oh, I have a delivery.
Okay. A delivery?
Yeah, I got mine. I'll have to go and get it. You all can talk for a minute. They delivered my groceries, my Farm Fresh to You box today.
And I thought it would be great if we could have a reveal.
Yeah, Terry's having us do stuff.
You know how you open the box on YouTube and stuff? So I'm like,
the unboxing.
Yes, that's it. Unboxing, yes. So we're going to unboxing.
So this is the Farm Fresh to You box.
Cool.
And it was delivered at 1:45 a.m.
It's fresh.
Oh boy.
I'm talking about 1:45 in the morning. Cool. So I want to see what they have in here. And the practicality of this is kind of cool because I didn't have to go shop for it, and I'm not picking up stuff that's not healthy for me. So in this box, I have 1 avocado, 2 gala apples, avocado, a Haas avocado. Haas avocado is a grower here in California. Then we have 2 gala apples, 1 red grapefruit. I have a bunch of broccoli, and a bunch of carrots, green leaf lettuce.
This is all organic.
Yes.
Okay.
And cilantro and red radishes. Then they give you some tips on carrots and stuff over on this page.
What to do with it. Okay.
Yeah, what to do with it, how to cook it. Carrot, apple, and ginger juice. Radish salad with apple, avocado, and egg. Oh, I'm glad they did that because I was trying to figure out what to do with the radishes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. Oh, these are big radishes. See, the radishes that came last time were not this big.
Oh, that's nice. Pretty.
I was like, wow. Yes, I'm going to have to
big radishes.
These are big because the ones I have before were little small ones.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Then they gave us carrots.
Nice.
That's some beautiful looking vegetables.
I mean, this is something you pull out in the classroom. Will you look at that stuff? It's like, this is the model carrot.
And these is cilantro. Terry, I know you don't like cilantro.
But it is pretty.
It is. It's good. And then there is... Okay. Digging down here, and there is an actual bunch of broccoli.
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice. Couple of apples down here.
I like the fact that it came to the door.
Yeah, me too. And this is the new thing where I've discovered that our local grocery store, everybody's getting in on the delivery and getting it to people where people, the gig economy. So there are people, you can get a job delivering the food from Food Just, DoorDash, something else. And these people have also partnered up with delivery people.
Oh, have they?
That's a good idea.
Yes, I don't think they're delivering this off. They get up off the farm and they pack it and then they jump in the car. I think they have somebody deliver it. This lettuce looks good. And this is green leaf lettuce.
It's beautiful looking produce. Very, very nice and fresh looking. And carrots look great.
And then grapefruit, red grapefruit. I'm like, oh. And then this makes you eat healthier because you what are you going to do? Let it go to waste? Okay.
Well, you're going to shop better because you already got it done for you.
Yes, the produce is in. So I don't have to purchase produce anymore. I can now just at the store, and I can do this with our local grocery store. I can have them bring in paper goods. This place also, the Farm Fresh to You, will send you eggs, butter, milk,
to all the staples.
Yes, and you can get what is it? Skincare products too, depending on. See, they collaborated with a bunch of farmers. There are people who have the creams and all of that other stuff. Well, they use holistic
exfoliants and all of that. I gotta run, but I didn't want to miss the unboxing.
Yes, now I'm going to have to cook some food with it now so we can see how it is. And this is the fresh box, and it's a small one. And the fresh box is for, when you want, it's for one person. Now, if I got one family size, it would probably be too much for us to eat.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that's a good thing for me. I could use that size. Okay, guys, I got to run. I love you.
Okay.
See you later.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend.
You
have
too.
A great one.
Now I have to learn how to eat radishes.
I've never had a taste for radishes. What are they, peppery, or
they have they have a little bit of a bite.
Okay.
So, and I think that's where they may be using radishes to make horseradish. Because it has a little, it's not like burning your nose, but it was enough to, it has just a little bit of a sting to it when you eat it, but it's not bad. I'm thinking, okay, radish. What do you do with the radish? Put it on something? Well, there's a recipe.
I mean, I've seen them. I don't think I've ever had one. I mean, I see them, in the produce section, and I just go, okay, that's a radish, and I move
on. Okay, so here they have the salad: radish salad with apple, avocado, and egg. Head of lettuce, roughly chopped. A bunch of radishes, thinly sliced. A bunch. Okay. Hard-boiled eggs, chopped. Apple, thinly sliced. Avocado, diced. Manchego cheese, shaved. Quarter cup of walnuts, roughly chopped. Optional. Mustard. Half a teaspoon of honey. A tablespoon of white wine vinegar. Cloves, garlic crushed. Spring onion chopped, white part only, or green onion, white and green part, tablespoon of olive oil. Bake the dressing in a bowl. That sounds good. I might need to make some of this because there's something
to do. They send you the recipe. That's really nice. They send you that comes in the delivery, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
otherwise, I would, like I said about radishes, I was like, I've never, I know you put them in salad, but I've never had them, so I would go, well, what am I going to, they look beautiful, what am I going to do with them? But I've never been a fan of root vegetables like that, like rutabagas and turnips and things. Not me. Just.
And now see, here's the thing. They said, look for our new vegan products. We've added more milk, cheese, and butter and meat alternatives to choose from. Head over to non-dairy and meat alternatives category when you customize your box. Below are some of the newly offered brands. So you can get Daya Foods shredded cheeses. I have had the Daya cheese alternative, and it does taste very close to regular cheese. Is this
supposed to be the vegan cheese?
Yes, and it's good. That particular brand has been as close to the taste of real cheese that I've come across.
What brand is it? Because I'm going to try it.
Daya. Daya.
Okay, Gaia.
No, D with a A.
Oh, D.
D.
Okay.
D. Yeah, Daya Foods. Yeah. Then there's field roasted vegan patties. I don't know about that. Bragg Live Food Nutritional Yeast, Miyoko's Kitchen Vegan Cheese and Butters, Rebel Organic Elixirs, New Barn, Three Trees, and Eden Foods Organic Nut Milks, and then Kite Hill Yogurts.
I went to their website. They've got a cheese dish on the front side, on the front of the website. It looks really tasty.
Yes.
And a salad.
Yes, and like I said, Daya cheeses taste good because I think I went someplace and they had somebody had a pizza place had made it with Daya cheese instead of regular cheese, and it was good. I was like, okay, I can eat this.
Now, see, I could do, if it tastes like close to cheese, I could do that. But if it does, because I've had some vegan alternatives, and it's like, no, it doesn't taste anything like cheese or this or that. But if it tastes almost like the real thing, then I'm with it.
Yes, and it needs to be very, very close to the real thing where I can go like, oh, okay, I can deal with this.
It has to be really close. Like I'm saying, I like cheese, but it's like, okay, I would want to try the vegan alternative, but it's got to taste good. It can't wood or cardboard or just nothing.
And see that when people do gluten-free, there are some people who do not know how to do it. And so they just need to stop, let somebody else do gluten-free because that was not good. I don't want to eat this box. And some gluten-free
and that's what I mean. I mean, I would love to do vegan options and this and that, but it has to taste good. It has to taste good. That's the key.
Yeah.
It has to taste good.
One other thing I want to mention is that they have a donated box program and how you can help 1 in 6 Americans struggle to find enough to eat. Please consider joining our farm efforts to get fresh, nutritious produce into the hands of these battling hunger. Your donation will provide organic fruits and vegetables grown fresh from our family farms and other partnering farms to individuals and families in need. So
now, see, that's a good idea.
It really is. And you're giving the gift of food through them. Yes. Didn't have to go and find it.
See, that's the part that I like, that the business side of this is that, you know, they've got a customer and they're going to assume that they're happy with the box, which you are happy with the box. Yes. So they went the extra step and put that in there to say, well, you know, we're so certain that you're going to be happy with, you know, the produce and what you bought, that you're going to want to, if you want to give the gift of, you know, enjoying this food and everything, you can give a gift. Yes. You know, to people in need. So I love that they put that option in there, because otherwise someone may not think of that. They may go, oh, I love the service, I love what I got, and then it stops there. But you don't want it to stop there, because giving a gift to someone else, that kind of gives the goodwill from this company, and then you're going to talk about it also.
Yes. Kind of reminds you of Tom's shoes.
Yeah.
You can give, you know, and you always seem to want to do more when other people are stepping up to help. Oh, I can give a little bit of something to help the cause.
And see, it's not the way that they have it set up with that inside of the box is that people want to be generous. But like you said, sometimes you may be busy or it's not top of mind. So this is top of mind. Mm-hmm. You're being generous. And then it's something you can brag about. You can, you know, if you really want to go out, you say, well, you know, on Instagram or Facebook, or do a story and say, look, I did this and I got the box, and they put this card in that allows me to give this gift to someone who needs it.
Yes.
You know? And if you frame the story right, and this is the key, if you frame the story right, you can talk about that you're giving, because it's not a brag. It's a, look, this company, you know, I got the produce and this and that, and they put a card in letting me know that I can do this for someone else. So it's a generosity thing. It brings goodwill back to the company. It's advertising in a way, because you're going to talk about it on social media.
Yes.
I would.
I am.
I would.
I
right?
am.
And you're going to mention the company.
Yep.
And that's a link to the people that follow you and see your feed. They're going to be curious, look at the company, and there you have it. So see how that works. It's not like a straight A-B line from advertising. We're going to get customers. It's like, okay, we're going to do our business.
Yes.
We're going to add this extra in because this is what we're about. We're going to let the customer take it from there. But you put it in the box to let the customer take it from there. And probably 9 times out of 10, someone is, or I would hope 10 times out of 10, that they would, you know, take that gift and say, okay, I want to help someone else who needs it.
Yes. And I think this is one of the companies that are doing this. And mm-hmm. They sent the box, and I'm like, oh. Right. Gee, for whatever reason, I wasn't expecting it today. I think I have it set up for every 3 weeks because I know I need to eat up whatever I have. And so,
right. Then does the card have a hash to say to you, if you talk about it on social media, use this hashtag?
No. And see, I don't think they are at that point. They have a website.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I don't.
See, that would be another extra step, because they could say, if you choose to help someone, you know, give the gift.
They do have their social media tags down there.
Okay. But see, they could go a little step further and make a special hashtag like
food for families or something.
Food for hashtag food for families. You know, something that's not a common hashtag that they would use as a business. So they could tell you as the customer, oh, if you choose to, you know, give this gift and give someone else the gift of food and they need it, if if you share this on social media, would you be so kind to use this special hashtag? So they put the special hashtag, say it's hashtag food for families, whatever. So when you go on Facebook or Twitter or social media, wherever, their social media team should be able to pick up that special hashtag, and then they could gather all of the photos and talk about that. So see how that's another way for them to talk about it. And it's not advertising, it's just they're talking about their business.
It's word of mouth. Oh, you know what? You should really talk to farmfreshtoyou.com. They will help you get a good produce and blah blah blah. So you're talking about them, but you're also promoting them. It wasn't like a paid advertisement.
It's not a promotion. It's like the natural progression of things.
Yes.
You're going to give the gift of food. It goes to someone who needs it. But you're probably going to take a picture of your box when it comes and say, this card was in there suggesting that I could, donate and give somebody else this wonderful gift. And you put all you have to do is put the hashtag. You don't even have to explain, because it's not an ad. So all you have to do is do the hashtag, but the company has to come up. This is their thing. They have to come up with a special hashtag. It can't be a generic one, because you're going to pull in
everybody else.
You don't want it. It has to be something special, like the name of the company. What's the name of the company again?
Farmfreshtoyou.com.
Okay, so they can do hashtag do farm fresh to you, like a farm fresh FFT something, feed the family, something special that they only apply to that business. And they could gather up all those posts from Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, Pinterest too, and put them together and put it on their website and say, these are the people, like a wall when people give gifts.
Yes.
At church when somebody donates whatever, and because we used to have we had a tree of life, and when people donated a certain amount, it was on their name got on the tree. So that could be like their kind of tree of we giving.
Yes,
and you go giving. At the website, you see it, and their name is there, or your post, or you see how that works. That's an extra step.
That's good. I think you should talk about this more often. I know you're going to teach on it once that you get started into it.
We talked about, well, we could talk about it again. Like it's, like I said, the social media things change.
Yes.
Refreshers. This is a good opportunity to see how it works in real time.
Yes, and it's a good practice for me,
right?
Because I was like, ooh, and I think I videoed the last time the other box that I opened, but I just didn't put it in a story yet because I'm still working on my Instagram page.
Every time you get the box, you could do it, because it's not coming every day.
Correct.
It's coming every couple of weeks.
Yes.
So it's an opportunity every couple of weeks that if this business had done the special hashtag, then
they would have a couple of weeks of, and someone else could be doing the same unboxing.
And you see how it's a rolling thing, because people get it different times.
And there's different types of boxes. Each box, there's a small box for one, and it's vegetables only. Or if you want the one that has proteins and stuff, so you can get different things. Like I will probably add walnuts to it the next time, because I like walnuts.
I like walnuts too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't have to drive all the way to Yuba City.
I love this story of them doing that, and then if they put the little special hat, that's just another way for them to get exposure on social media without paying.
Correct.
Without paying it, because the customers, and you're not enticing the customers. It's just them getting in their box, unboxing it, and using a special hashtag to say, I'm happy with my purchase.
Yep.
The little hashtag says it for you. You don't have to say it. It says it for you. Yeah. And all they have to do is gather it up and make a special page.
Hear and see what our clients are saying about what we do. And then there's a page over there, and you can go, and you have people unboxing your stuff. That's the same thing that happens with Apple and Android and everything else. When I got my phone and I'm looking at it. Okay.
Remember in the early days, it was when the new phone was coming out and the new device was coming out, the lines were lined up. Apple wasn't telling people to line up. Apple wasn't telling people to do this and do that. It's just the natural progression of, okay, I bought a product, I bought an item, I bought a service. I'm so happy with it that I'm going to talk about it. And it just happens that today we talk about it on social media, where in the old days, we would call people up on the phone.
And say, hey, you know where I'm at?
Yeah. Now we don't call on the phone. We just put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook.
And just take a picture. I'm here doing this.
Yeah.
I was thinking about something, and today when I was walking and I wanted to send a message out, I'm seeing more and more that text message is coming up. I'm not going to predict that email is going to go away, but I'm just saying the open rates on a text message is far outweighs the emails right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
And let's take it another step. Even with the text message, what's coming up and still early to get in is the Facebook Messenger and the chat bots.
Yes.
That's going to be another way to reach people.
And and WhatsApp and all of them, because now you're right in their face. And Twitter is another one, because you can direct message people on Twitter, and if they have notifications turn on, it's the same thing. It's all about direct messaging is becoming prevalent right now. Because I will open up, if I get a text message, I'm going to do this first. Then if I'm going to go into my email, you can't do that with an email. The email has become clunky and cumbersome.
And see, I think, but we don't want to get rid of the email. The email is going to be your
it's your delivery. It is like sending parcel.
It's your landline. You know, everybody's getting rid of their landlines and going, smartphone, cell phone only. But that landline, you may need it.
And I agree that you may need the email for sending stuff, like if you need to send a document or you need to do something that is too heavy for a text, your email is going to be the thing that you use. But if you want to get a quick message to somebody and you want to notify them of something, that text message gets this real quick, and you can, I'm not going, and it has the bots now that can respond for you.
Yes, you set it up, and it's, again, be careful with the automatic system. This chat bots are automatic, so it has to be programmed the way that you would naturally talk to a customer. And you have to figure out where the conversation can drop off, because it's easy for, you think yes, no, but they could come, the person could respond with something that you didn't program the chat bot for, and it's going to leave them hanging. And so you have to you have to have it programmed for every kind of instance that the person may ask a question or something.
So there is like this is not quite a bot, but it's an automated response. So when you get a text and you're driving, or you get a text and you can't take somebody's call, you push the little button and then it gives you some. They already had some in there, but most of those don't ever sound like you. And so you can customize them. Like one of mine says, "Hi, I'm in an appointment. May I call you back?"
Right.
Or, "Hi, I'm on the other line. May I call you back?"
Right.
Which is a very simple way for me. I can't talk to you right now, and I don't want to try and figure out how to tell you I can't talk to you. I just hit the button and it sends it out for me. I was like, so that's where we're going with bots. They are answering the frequently asked questions. And if I'm hearing you correctly, they should sound like you when they answer.
Yes.
Okay. This has been an enlightening conversation today. So it is the top of the hour. I just want to say thank you all for tuning in live, and everybody watching on the replay. If you're watching over on TJ's show, on BizChicks, on YouTube,
we're everywhere.
Yes, we are, and we got a plus, a clap up from somebody on Google Plus. I was like, oh,
really?
Yes, I was like, yay! I have got to play up on Google Plus. I got to learn, I have to go back into the neighborhood and see how it works again.
Well, now we could talk a little bit about Google Plus, because as far as for businesses, Google has something called Google My Business, which is a better thing that we should focus on for business instead of the Google Plus, which the Google Business, Google. All of the Google products are so integrated, you don't know where one ends and one begins. But there's a Google My Business section that no one is talking about, and I think we should talk about that soon.
Pat?
Yeah.
Hey, Pat checked in over here on Facebook. It tells me, on YouTube, but it tells me that I don't have any viewers over there. But hi, how are you?
Doing well. How about you?
I am well, and I'm gonna be flipping back and forth because I'm learning how to play with this thing too. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I've been here about 10 minutes.
Oh, cool! And you were covered up by the chat from the Facebook chat box was coming down here, or else I would have had you in the seat earlier, because I'm looking at the bottom and it says 0 viewers. I was like, oh, okay, fine.
Here I am.
Yay! So TJ, Pat's over here.
Okay, yeah, I'm pulling up my iPad so I can see.
And I'm trying to see how I can get her in on all 3 of us, but I know we can talk and it will do automatic flips over and stuff. So
okay, now I see her on YouTube.
Hello. Hello.
So I'm good to see you, Pat. How are Pat Crafts going?
Pretty well. On Friday, I'll be going out to Greensboro, North Carolina, for my first, technically my 3rd craft fair. My first of the year. Let's put it that way.
Wow, very nice.
Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited. So if my toys and games are popular, then I'm going to make a go of it this summer. I've signed up for a bunch of different fairs and festivals, and we'll see what happens.
That sounds exciting. It sounds really, really exciting. Thank you so much for stopping in here. And
sure.
We're going to open up this platform. I got to figure out how to get everybody in, or do I want to do it on Zoom? But I'm going to figure it out. Was it easy for you to get to?
Yeah, I clicked on your link,
mm-hmm.
and I copied the link because I tend to use Facebook on Firefox. So I copied the URL and carried it over here to Chrome, where I have an account.
Okay.
I have a Google account.
Okay. And it was easy to get into?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I remember Hangouts was not that easy at one time, just saying.
Oh, yeah. Now, I don't know what happened yesterday.
Well, yesterday I didn't have it on there. Now it says, oh, TJ must be viewing, because it says we have 1 viewer. Okay.
That's me.
Okay, cool. Okay. So I'm learning how to maneuver this whole thing. So,
mm-hmm.
And then there's like in the chat, oh, yeah, so you did say, hey there. Okay, mm-hmm. I got to learn how to pay attention to that.
Yeah. Now, that is just the in-app chat. Nobody else sees that.
I don't think anybody else sees it, but
right.
But you were in there.
It's just for people in the app.
Yeah, this is nice. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to play with this some more. Oh, and then they have something called a cameraman where I can. It's downloading an app. Okay, whatever.
I think you can have up to like 10 people or so with Google Plus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And it's flipping back and forth live on their own right now. So whatever. But this was fun. So I want to come in and do this again. We're going to hang out and do some more tech stuff.
Okay.
Oh, there are 2 viewers now.
Ooh.
Welcome, everybody.
Uh-oh.
Went over there.
Hey,
I think
Jason.
Jason went over there.
Okay. This is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've not played with Google Hangouts.
You call it your BizChick hangout.
Yeah, so we're going to have to figure this out.
Hashtag hang out with the BizChicks.
Yes. And maybe we'll do that on Monday, too, since I got to go to jury duty 8 a.m. on Monday.
No.
So I need to see who's going to be in there with Terry on Monday morning. So if anybody wants to join in, but I have to go to jury duty because they let me skip the last one.
I think I'll be available.
Cool. I will make sure to send you the Zoom link so that you can take a seat there, and we'll figure out what the conversation will be about. But
okay,
it's always something thoughtful on Coffee Talks.
Yeah. And you've been doing live presentations, huh, Fran? You've been doing
on YouTube,
like classes locally in your area.
Yes, we do live presentations.
That's awesome. Is it under the BizChicks name?
Yeah. And then some of them are, most of them are under BizChicks. We do teach a class for our church, which is a business school, but most of everything that we do is BizChicks related.
That's really hip. I like that. I think it's really important. I know a lot of people like to be online and to have all the followers and stuff, but I think it's very important to have a local presence as well.
And I think we all should be doing that. And I think that's what Google is pushing towards as well. When you, when Terry, TJ mentioned about your Google store and your Google presence, they're trying to, I've been getting stuff. Well, several people have looked you up online and have come to your address or something. I was like, okay. And and they want they're giving you $100 toward ads and all of this stuff.
Right.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around how to work it. Google has so many tools that I'm not sure how to work all the stuff that they're giving me. So
I'm still trying to figure out Google My Business.
Yes, because that's a whole nother.
Yeah, that's separate from Google Plus. It's something different. Yes,
and all of these different things. And the name of the company is actually Alphabet.
Right.
Yeah. Guy R. Cook has been helping me, but it hasn't been working out. But he's been trying his darndest to help me out with Google My Business. But
because there's so many aspects of it, like where you are. It's the local presence, and then and when you go in, and all of this is supposed to work together. Your Google, your YouTube, and your page,
online
and all
presence.
Stuff, the mail, everything is supposed to be all in one place. That is not that easy to figure out. And
I'm still working on it.
Yeah, calendar and plus. And blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, I have to sit down and go to Google University to figure this out.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
There is. Okay. So we are going to sign off, but I appreciate you tuning in, Pat.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I was like, Pat's over there.
Yeah, whenever I'm home or available, I tune you in. The only time I don't tune you in is when I'm busy doing something else with my newspaper or taking one of my elderly neighbors to the doctor or whatever,
Cool. You're gonna get A+ for all of that, right?
I don't know. It's the right thing to do.
You're not doing it for that reason, but you will get A+ for that.
Oh, from who?
We'll see everybody on Monday. I've got to cut out.
Me too.
Friday.
All right. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. Go have fun.
You too. Okay.
Talk to you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.